Hey guys, I'm about to watch Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, and then when I come out, I'm gonna let you guys know what I think, and, I'm gonna review it like a pro, except I'm not a pro, but what do you know, I'm gonna go and do it anyways, faux show. I'm a rapper though. No. So yeah. So here is my review of The Amazing Spider-Man by Mark Webb, starring Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Raisa Fawn, and some other people you probably don't know because they're too old for your generation. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't remember their names, to be honest. So, The Amazing Spider-Man is the new Spider-Man movie. Came out a few days ago. I went and saw it in 3D with a D-box, which is a seat that moves while you're watching it, so it's like a ride sort of in a way, and it was super awesome but expensive, and I'm like, why the heck did I do that? But I did it, and I saw it by myself, in fact, like a loner, because I don't have a girlfriend and I don't have any friends, so that's depressing. Just kidding, I just wanted to see it by myself because I was like, I'm gonna live my life today. Anyways, so I went and saw it, and I thought it was super entertaining for a movie. It is not Spider-Man 4. It's not like a continuation of the Tobey Maguire versions. It's a reboot, which is basically meaning the people who own the rights are like, we screwed up on the third movie, let's restart because if we continue this, it's trash, and let's redo it with everyone being new, and like, let's retell the whole story with new people. So that's what a reboot is, and that's what they did. So it's basically the same story. Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He's just a normal geeky outcast who gets bit by a spider in a secret laboratory and gains spider powers, basically. So most of you should know that story. If you don't, then what the heck? Get out of the rock, under the rock, and just, you need to experience the world. I will pray for you. So the new Spider-Man who replaced Tobey Maguire is Andrew Garfield, who is English, but he does an American accent, and he was in that Facebook movie, The Social Network. He was a background character in that. He was in other stuff, but that's his main one that I recognize him from. And he is like he was chosen perfectly for Peter Parker, and I love the way he portrays him as a punk kid, rebellious and skater, and I really like this new Peter Parker. I like him a lot more than Tobey Maguire, to be honest with you. Like, not the person, but I mean this version of Peter Parker. And this Peter Parker is actually a hero without his powers as well. At the beginning, he stands up for nerds and ends up getting beaten up for it. And I think it's pretty cool how it foreshadows his future as Spider-Man or whatever. And then there's Emma Stone, who plays Gwen Stacy, who is like the Mary Jane version of this series. The love interest, and that's played by Emma Stone, who most of you should know. She is gorgeous, and she is awesome as this character, and she portrays like the nerdy girl, sort of, except it's the attractive nerdy, and Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield have wonderful chemistry, which is why they're dating in real life now, which is woo! And on screen, it's amazing to watch, and it makes you laugh because of how awkward and cute it is. And so if you're into love stories, Spider-Man has a good love story in there. And then there is our villain. Raisa Fonz is the lizard. In this movie, the villain is a lizard, and it's basically a giant lizard who runs around wanting to change everyone into reptiles to make everyone equal because he's sick of being unequal because he's missing an arm. And then when his project goes wrong, he turns into a giant lizard. So yes, that is what that is. So yeah, the whole movie is basically, most of it is Peter Parker's origin story, which is how he got his powers and how he adjusts to life and stuff like that. So if you've seen the first movie, the old movie, or whatever you want to call it, it's basically the same, but more realistic and modern, I guess they tried to make it. But, so it's not like, this movie is not as action-packed as the first series. There's still action, but it's not like, even the action scenes in this one aren't as actiony. It's just, this movie's more focused on the relationships of Peter Parker and like just all that kind of stuff. And I mean, the action scenes are still pretty good. And there's mainly like, there's two main ones, and then the rest are just little tidbits. But I thought they were pretty good, the big ones. And even though it's predictable what happens, they're still good. But anyways, so final thoughts, the pros, the cons, I don't know. You should not, I mean, I saw it in 3D, and if you have like lots of money and you're like, hey, let's waste money, let's see it in 3D, you can do that. The only really cool shots are the web slinging shots in 3D. That's all that's really cool. The rest is like not even worth it. So I don't know, you shouldn't see it in 3D. And D-Box is fun, but it's expensive. So if you want to spend money on that, you should, if you want. And I really like this movie, and people review it like it's not great, but I thought it was pretty good. And there was just one part that really bugged me, and that was this one scene where he was web slinging, and they like focus on web slinging for like a minute and a half of him just swinging towards the final confrontation, and I was like, hurry up, Spider-Man, you're so freaking slow. And it was like slow motion swinging, and I was just like, I just sat there like I could have done my taxes. I don't even do taxes, and I would have rather done taxes. That was so unneeded. But anyways, that's that, and I give this a 8 out of 10. It's a really good superhero movie. Not as good as the Avengers. Nothing will be as good as the Avengers. But it's one of the better movies. Way better than Spider-Man 3. And on par with the first two. So go out and see it. Yeah.